Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Amaris. I'm a singer, songwriter, musician, self-taught producer, etc. And I have been recording and producing my own music for the last 10 years. And I just wanted to make a short informal video to show you what you need to start recording from home and also to show you how easy it really is. Sometimes people think that they need like all this gear to start, or that they have to go ahead and buy Logic or buy Pro Tools to get started, when that's really not the case at all. So this video is for you if you are wanting to start recording your own music or, releasing some of your songs. This is going to be your guide to what you need in order to start that process. First of all, I have this little list that I'm just going to use to kind of keep me on track. These are going to be your basics, the what do you need and the extras. What do you need? This is going to be your main gear that you want to focus on acquiring. Okay, one thing I almost forgot. You need a digital audio workstation. That's the most important thing. You need that because without that, you're not going to be able to record anything. Like I said in the intro, Logic and Pro Tools are the ones that you can buy, but they're pretty expensive. If you're just getting started, if you have Apple products, just use GarageBand. Use GarageBand, learn it, study it, figure out how it works before you upgrade. One, it saves you money, and two, if you don't end up liking how that particular workstation works, then you're not really gonna like the pro version of it. Do some free trials of different ones and figure out which one you like. I used GarageBand for 5 years before upgrading. I like GarageBand. I like Logic. So that's what I chose. That's the most important thing, and I totally forgot about it until I started editing the video. So I just wanted to throw that in here. So don't forget that. So we're going to need an interface, which I will explain what that is. You're going to want headphones and or studio monitors. You're going to need a microphone if you're going to be doing anything vocally. And then you obviously need your instrument or a MIDI controller, which I will explain what that is when we get there. So first of all, we're going to start with the interface. An interface is your gateway to getting your instruments and your voice onto your computer. This is the interface that I have been using for the last 10 years. But this is the new one. I've actually been using the first gen. This is the first gen Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. I'm literally recording into this right now. I have owned this for 10 years. Before I had it, it was my older brother's. So I don't even know how long he had it. All of my songs are recorded through this interface. So for me, this is what works. I haven't felt the need to upgrade because it has never done me dirty. I love it. This is just what I use. You don't have to buy this one. Do some research and figure out what you need and what you want. But this is what I've been using and I love it. So this is the new one. Basically, you're going to plug in your microphone or your instrument into the front right here where these two inputs are. This knob. This knob over here is going to be for your headphones. So my headphones are plugged into that right there. And then this one right here, if you have monitors, I can turn up that if I want to hear my music come through the monitors instead of through my headphones. This is great. Just make sure that when you are buying something, you're getting something that's going to be compatible with either the gear that you already have or the gear that you're getting. If you don't know, you can always ask. You can always talk to your local, music store people. You might feel a little silly. You might feel a little dumb, but that's okay. Because when you're first starting out, you're going to be silly and you're going to look a little stupid sometimes, and that's okay. Okay, so second, we've got headphones and monitors. These are the headphones that I have. I will say this is a very hard subject for me. I had a pair of studio headphones that were my favorite and I dropped them, and this piece right here broke. The wiring was still connected, but the headphone itself broke from the rest of the rest of it. I cried. They were so nice, and I can't remember off the top of my head what they were. All I remember is that they stopped making them. So I had these headphones for I think I had the headphones for 7 years, and they were awesome and I loved them, and I couldn't reorder them because they stopped making them. So I had to get these. When you're buying headphones, I would say go to your local music store, and if they have some that you can just listen to, listen to either how bassy they are or how high they are, and if they feel good on your head, because you're going to be wearing them a lot. So like, why not get ones that are comfortable? So get yourself some headphones. I said headphones / studio monitors. You don't need both. I like to have both because I like to check how my mixes sound on multiple different speakers. So I listen in these, I listen on my monitors, I listen on my phone. Yeah, so anyways, find some headphones that you like. Even if you don't want to buy like headphones like this, you can literally use the Apple headphones. You can literally use those. As long as you can plug them into, whatever you're listening back through, you could literally use those. And then monitors. These are the monitors that I have. The ones that I have are these, but a older model, and they're actually red. I have these. They're great. I love them a lot. But also go listen to some. The basic thing here is like, go to your music store, ask questions, and listen to gear if you can. Okay, so we have interface, headphones and monitors, and now microphone. So I'm going to show you the microphone that I have. Also, the older model of this. This microphone is the microphone that I've been using. This was also my brother's. He gave me his interface and this. And I would be recording in this right now, but I can't find my mic stand. And this is kind of heavy, so I don't want to hold it and talk into this. So that's why I'm talking into this microphone. Okay, and then next up, you need your instrument and or a MIDI controller. So you know what an instrument is, so I'm not going to show you pictures of that, but we're going to look at some MIDI controllers. So a MIDI, it's going to be a keyboard that doesn't have any sounds already on it, but when you plug it into your laptop, any of the preset sounds that you have in your DAW, your digital audio workstation, you can play those from that controller and it'll record to your laptop. These also you want to do some research on. This one here is 25 keys. It's $100. This also has some buttons on it and things to like program. If you're going to buy something like this, know what the buttons do. Because I've been in a place before where like I didn't learn enough of the gear to be able to use it to its fullest extent. So I ended up just using like the keyboard part of it. And then every now and again I'd use one or two of the knobs or buttons. This isn't like a necessity depending upon what kind of music you're writing. Like for me, I don't need this because majority of my music is recorded with my guitars, my bass. So I don't need this, but it's nice to have. Okay, so now your extras. So fun fact, in order to record mics and guitars and even a MIDI, you need a cable. So you're going to need cables for all of your stuff. This is a cable. Okay? This is a cable. You're going to need cables for your instruments, and you're going to need cables for your microphone. If you end up buying a MIDI controller, it comes with a cable. The interface comes with a cable. Majority of the time, your microphone and your instruments are not going to come with cables. So make sure that when you are budgeting out, you budget out for cables too. Also a pop filter. So a pop filter is going to go in between your mouth and your microphone when you're recording. It's going to catch a lot of those harsh sounds like P's and S's and T's and B's so that you don't have those harsh sounds being recorded into your mic. So adapters, this is just like one last little thing that I just wanted to throw in here. My interface is old, so I have that old USB plug, like the chunky one, and my laptop doesn't have that. So my laptop has like the USB-C, and my interface has the USB-A. So obviously I can't plug that into my laptop, so I just had to get an adapter to do that. The adapter that I have has 3 USB-A inputs on it and then 2 USB-C inputs on it. So I can have my laptop charging as well as my interface plugged in, my MIDI controller plugged in, and my hard drive. Figure out if you need an adapter, find one that's good, and use it. So that's basically it. That's all I really have. If you record music and there's something on this list that I missed, please add it into the comments. Let me know. This is just what I thought you might need. to get started. So do some research, figure out what you want, figure out what you like, and test some of the stuff out if you can. So if you're looking to get into this hobby or to pursue it because you're passionate about it, I hope that this helps you kind of refine what you need to look for before you get started. I'm going to be making a lot more content like this, not just putting out my songs or, eventually music videos, but I want to do more of this kind of content where I can help you get started with this whole music journey that you're on. So if you have questions, let me know. Comments, let me know. If you have other ideas for videos that maybe you want to see, let me know. So that's all I have for now, but I hope this video helps you get started on your project, on your album, on whatever it is that you're looking to do. Before I leave, I just want to say, if you are interested in pursuing music, if you're interested in pursuing anything creative, do it. It doesn't mean you have to love it. It doesn't mean you have to do it forever. But if you're curious about it, at least try it. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.